is that they're in a state that's been doing business for 75 years. And they've been doing things the same way, probably laying out the blueprint for all of us, but they don't happen to do it the way the federal insurer sees things being done. They're large community credit unions that make predominantly real estate loans, and their boards over time have gone looking for expertise. They have lawyers and appraisers. The reason they don't qualify isn't that they're not safe and sound. It's just that the regional director there views it as a conflict of interest to have a lawyer or an appraiser on the board of the credit union who also makes a living out of appraising and giving legal opinions on title insurance, etc. The strength of federal insurance is economy of scale. There's no question about it. The weakness of federal insurance, my friends, is it has to regulate to the lowest common denominator. They can't accommodate local conditions. 75 years of history makes no sense when you have to treat everybody alike. But I used a word there that may be meaningless to you. To the folks in Wisconsin, I said regulate. They didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I had lunch with Dick Otto, the regulator up here Monday. He now knows what I'm talking about. The insurer is the regulator. If you think he isn't, I think you're wrong. And time will prove what I'm telling you to be the truth. You just wait around and you'll find out. If I told you the largest credit union in Missouri couldn't qualify for insurance, you'd tell me, what the hell's wrong in Missouri? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong. The local practice in Missouri is to take in non-member deposits. They put out a certificate called Certificate of Indebtedness. It's a lot of states allowed for that. They did it bigger and better than any place else I know. But the reason they don't qualify, it's not that they're not a good credit union. Damn good credit union, probably the model in Missouri. The point is, the regulator has decided you get rid of all that money or we're not going to insure you. Okay? So this long-winded tirade really boils down to one thing. We have a system. I don't know that it's a perfect system. It's the best goddamn system in the country. The banks and the S&Ls will see the day they wish they had been able to put together a system that works as good as the one you leaders have worked on for these many, many years. Now, all I'm telling you is we have a threat to that system. Intrinsic in what's made it work up to now has been choices for your credit unions. If you have a monopoly of insurance, you do away with your choices. And I will debate that with you if you think I'm wrong. That is the issue. Nothing else is the issue. There are some imperfections in the insuring system. My plea to you is you don't stamp it out. You work to change it and make it better. But we are at a point in time right now when we were cruising along, thinking things never had been better, and because of the real crisis our S&Ls have in this country, some of our leadership has decided it's dangerous to have private insurance. Let's go back to my first example. If you want to take any measure of success in insurance, I direct you to the Wisconsin Share Insurance Corporation. Their track record in solving problems, in liquidity, their track record in absolutely everything you want to talk about in insurance is the best in the country, bar none, federal, state, or whatever. But because of panic and perception, we have managed to allow them to do away with it. Not slow it down, not let the credit unions one by one make a choice. None of that. We just flat ass in 2 months slammed the door and said, that's it, it's over, and it's done. And I'm going to tell you, we'll spend the next 3 years figuring out how to get it back here and how to get it back someplace else. You are the leaders. You have the responsibility. It may be easier for you to say, well, federal is better. It isn't. But you will rue the day unless you get shoulder to shoulder. You can have all federal charters, all federally insured credit unions in your state. God bless you. But you've got to work with your fellow regulators and your fellow trade associations that have the opposite, because together the system works. The system only works when there's choices.